Welcome to this lesson on the course creation reality check. I'm going to be honest with you right from the start. If you're building an online course, you're probably wasting a lot of time. And I don't mean a little bit of time, I mean significant chunks of your week on tasks that could be handled in minutes with the right approach. Here's what we know from the data. On average, it takes about 197 hours to develop just 1 hour of online learning content. That's roughly 4 weeks of full-time work for a single hour of course material. Now, that number can vary wildly depending on complexity. But even at the lower end, you're looking at weeks of effort. And if you're doing this alongside other responsibilities, we're talking months. For many course creators, this reality becomes so overwhelming that they never actually finish their course, or they launch something that's not nearly as good as it could be. But here's the thing that really matters. According to recent research, 56% of six-figure course creators are now using AI to dramatically speed up this process. They're not working harder, they're working smarter. And that's what this lesson is really about. We're going to walk through where your time is actually going, identify the specific bottlenecks that are killing your momentum, and show you exactly how AI can collapse months of work into weeks. Let's start by understanding the 7-stage course creation lifecycle. This is the framework that every successful course follows, whether you realize it or not. First comes needs analysis and planning. This is where you figure out who your students are, what they need to learn, and what outcomes you're trying to achieve. Second is design and structure. You're creating your course outline, deciding how many modules you need, what each one covers, and how they flow together. Third is content development. This is the big one, the stage where most creators get stuck. You're writing lessons, creating videos, building quizzes, designing exercises. Fourth is review and testing. You're checking everything works, getting feedback, making adjustments. Fifth is implementation and launch. You're getting your course live, managing enrollments, providing support. Sixth is evaluation. You're looking at how students are progressing, what's working, what isn't. And seventh is maintenance and continuous improvement. You're updating content, fixing issues, keeping everything fresh. Now, here's the critical question. Where are you actually stuck? Because most creators don't struggle equally across all 7 stages. There are specific bottlenecks that tend to kill momentum, and understanding which ones are affecting you is the first step to fixing them. The first major bottleneck is slow content creation. This is where the 197-hour statistic really hits home. You're staring at a blank screen trying to write a lesson script. You're filming video after video, doing take after take. You're building quizzes from scratch. You're designing graphics. It's exhausting, and it's slow. The research shows that 53% of course creators spend 3 months or longer just developing their courses. That's a quarter of the year spent on one project. The second bottleneck is marketing confusion. Here's something that might surprise you. 79% of course creators identify marketing as their biggest challenge. You can build the most amazing course in the world, but if nobody knows about it, it doesn't matter. Many creators finish their course and then realize they have no idea how to promote it. They don't know where their students are, what messaging resonates, how to build an audience. So they either spend weeks figuring it out, or they launch to no one. The third bottleneck is tech overwhelm. There are so many decisions to make. Which learning management system should you use? How do you integrate your email marketing? What about video hosting? Payment processing? Student support? The data shows that 23.4% of course creators spend longer than 6 months just choosing an LMS. 6 months. That's time you could have spent actually building your course. Now, here's where it gets interesting. AI can fundamentally change how you approach all 3 of these bottlenecks. Let's talk about what's actually possible. On the content creation side, AI can generate lesson outlines, video scripts, quiz questions, and even entire course sections in minutes. Instead of spending a week writing and rewriting a lesson, you can have a solid first draft in an hour. You can use AI to expand your ideas, improve your explanations, create summaries and flashcards. The research suggests that AI tools can reduce content creation time by up to 90%. That's not a small improvement, that's transformative. On the marketing side, AI can help you understand your audience better, create marketing copy, plan your launch strategy, and even personalize your messaging to different student segments. Instead of guessing what will resonate, you can use data and AI insights to make smarter decisions. On the tech side, AI is making these platforms smarter and easier to use. Many modern course platforms now have AI-powered features built in that handle administrative tasks, automatically grading, feedback, student support through chatbots, enrollment management. You're not spending time on these things anymore. The system is handling them. But here's what I want you to understand. This isn't about replacing your expertise or your creativity. It's about removing the friction. It's about getting the boring, repetitive, time-consuming stuff out of the way so you can focus on what actually matters, the unique insights, the teaching skill, the connection with your students. So how do you actually use this information? You need to conduct what I call a personal course creation audit. This is straightforward, and it's going to be really valuable for you. First, map out your current course creation process. Write down every step you take from idea to launch. How long does each step take? Where do you get stuck? Where do you lose momentum? Be honest about this. Second, identify your biggest time drains. Is it writing? Video production? Marketing planning? Technical setup? Which one, if it disappeared tomorrow, would free up the most time? Third, research AI tools that specifically address that bottleneck. If it's content writing, look at AI writing assistants. If it's video scripts, there are AI tools for that. If it's marketing, there are AI tools for that too. Don't try to solve everything at once, pick one bottleneck and find the right tool. Fourth, run a small experiment. Take one module or one piece of content and try using AI to speed up that process. Time it. Compare the quality to what you would have produced manually. See if it actually works for you. Fifth, if it works, scale it. Integrate that tool into your workflow for the rest of your course. The reality is this: the course creators who are winning right now aren't necessarily smarter or more talented than you. They're just using their time more strategically. They're using AI to handle the parts that don't require their unique expertise, and they're focusing their energy on the parts that do. You have a choice. You can spend the next 6 months building your course the traditional way, working nights and weekends, burning out halfway through, or you can spend the next 6 weeks building something better, using AI to collapse the timeline and actually enjoying the process. The 60% of time that most course creators waste? That's your opportunity. That's where your competitive advantage lives. The question is, are you going to take it?